Welcome back. Okay, today we're putting on our creative director hats to unpack a marketing strategy that honestly might actually surprise you. In a world completely saturated with digital noise, we are looking at something delightfully tangible. We're talking about 5 ways direct mail can make your brand completely unforgettable. We're going to break down how tangible brand experiences, creative design, targeted personalization, seamless digital integration, and professional coordination can totally transform the way your audience interacts with your message. So grab your notebooks because we're about to rethink what it really means to land directly in your customers' hands. Okay, let's dive into this. This slide showcases our literal source prompt for today's explainer, and I absolutely love this framing. It challenges us to stop viewing direct mail as some, outdated legacy tactic. Instead, we get to approach it as a highly sophisticated, modern promotional blueprint. We're basically building a visual strategy today, piece by piece, right from the ground up. To do that, here is our strategic lifecycle arc. First up, tangible experiences and design. Second, the power of personalization. Third, seamless digital integration. And finally, professional campaign coordination. Let's get right to it. Starting with Section 1, tangible experiences and design, or crafting the physical touchpoint. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why we need to rethink things. We have to look at the real villain of modern marketing, which is digital fatigue. You know the drill. Your audience is just bombarded with thousands of digital ads every single day. Their brains are literally trained to scroll right past them. Those fleeting digital ads, they're ephemeral. They exist for a fraction of a second, easily swiped and easily forgotten. But physical direct mail? That commands attention. It takes up actual real-world space on a kitchen counter or a desk. It holds physical weight, which actually forces a physical decision. And that creates a critical moment of engagement that a screen simply cannot replicate. When you finally secure that moment of engagement, you've got to capitalize on it by engaging the senses. Direct mail is a fully sensory experience. Just think about it, the physical friction of opening an envelope, especially getting something that isn't just another bill for once. Think about the weight of the cardstock. A heavy linen paper subconsciously communicates value and trust before your customer even reads a single word. Then there's texture, right? A soft touch matte finish or an embossed logo adds this premium feel that practically begs to be touched. And finally, the anticipation of unboxing. When you design a mailer that requires a physical interaction, you're turning a simple message into a dynamic, active experience. Let's move on and see how this builds. Going from a totally blank page to that final, memorable interaction requires 3 specific steps. First, selecting premium materials for your foundation. Second, implementing creative visual design, using bold typography, stunning imagery, and a layout that naturally guides the eye. And third, delivering a tangible brand experience that aligns perfectly with your identity, making absolutely sure that what the customer is holding feels undeniably like you. Which brings us to Section 2, the power of personalization, speaking directly to the customer. So the crucial point here is that we're shifting from physical creation to psychological impact. In the design world, we love to use the yes and technique. Yes, you have a beautifully designed, heavy, textured piece of direct mail, and it must carry a highly relevant, individualized message. Without that, it's really just pretty paper. You absolutely have to move beyond Dear Resident. Nothing, and I mean nothing, kills a premium vibe faster than a robotic, generic greeting. Modern data lets you customize not just the name, but the imagery, the offer, and a localized context based on the recipient's specific past behavior. When that mailer speaks directly to their needs, conversion rates absolutely skyrocket. Moving right along to Section 3, seamless digital integration, bridging 2 worlds. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it fixes a huge misconception. This is where a lot of marketers get it wrong. They treat direct mail as this totally isolated channel. But modern direct mail doesn't exist in a vacuum. Think of digital integration as the strategic pairing of physical mail with digital touchpoints to create a completely frictionless, modern user journey. We are totally redefining this medium here. It is no longer an old-school analog-only tactic. It's a high-tech bridge. You capture their attention in the physical world, where there's way less competition, by the way, and then you seamlessly transport them right into your digital funnel where you can track, convert, and measure. So how do we actually bridge that gap? Well, let's look at 3 of the absolute best tools for the job. First up, QR codes. A quick smartphone scan instantly links that physical page to a landing page or a video. Just like that. An instant connection. Second, augmented reality or AR experiences. Just imagine a customer holding their phone over a real estate mailer, and a 3D model of a house literally pops right off the paper. It's incredibly memorable. And third, peer URLs or personalized URLs. Driving a user to a web address that includes their actual name creates this highly curated digital experience tailored just for them. It builds a completely frictionless, interactive loop between the physical mailbox and the smartphone in their pocket.
And that brings us to our final phase, Section 4, Professional Campaign Coordination, Executing the Strategy.
Look, you can have the thickest paper, the absolute cleverest personalization, and the sleekest AR integration out there, but if the mailer doesn't actually arrive at the right house at the right time, the entire campaign falls totally flat. There are essential moving parts required behind the scenes to pull this off like a pro. We're going to breeze right through them. You need flawless printing so your colors pop and your QR codes actually scan. You need meticulously targeted, cleanly scrubbed mailing lists because, let's face it, bad data just wastes money. You need postage optimization to ensure budget efficiency at scale. And finally, delivery tracking so you know exactly when your audience receives the piece. That lets you time your digital follow-up emails perfectly. Modern direct mail is really a beautifully coordinated logistical operation. So we've covered the tangible brand experiences, the creative design, targeted personalization, digital bridging, and flawless coordination. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this. How will you disrupt your own marketing strategy with the tangible power of direct mail? Think about your current campaigns. Where could a physical, tactile, highly personalized touchpoint completely pull your customers out of that endless digital noise and change the way they interact with your brand? Don't be afraid to take your marketing offline to make it truly unforgettable. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you create.